Sucking on my own dick. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks. Everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks. Yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks.
See,
Here's what.
oh,
The reason why that's here's what. Okay, we thought we were recording. We weren't. There's nothing. I don't know what it is about being a podcaster, but there's nothing more infuriating than realizing that you were just having a good hang. That, like, it's like there you don't feel like anything's been taken more from you than when you're enjoying a conversation with your friend and you realize that nobody hit record. You're just like, fuck,
Yeah.
what was the point of even talking to you?
yeah, fuck. That wasn't even monetized? Anyway, I was saying, my roommate, I'm all amped up because I'm just gonna go. I remember what we said.
Go for it.
I'm just
By
going.
all means.
I'm autistically dragging us through it again.
That's fine, Brendan.
Yeah. So yeah, my roommate. I'm pretty amped up right now because he flew home for Thanksgiving. He spent Christmas in a casino, and now he's in DC for the inauguration.
and he's not. And we'll say this: he's not happy about it. He's not there. He's not there in favor of the inauguration,
Which is almost worse. No,
it's almost worse.
Yeah, it is
he's
funny.
He's working.
He's working. He does. I don't want to say what his job is, but
right. Yeah.
yeah, he's working there. But it is really funny to just tell people that he's in DC for the inauguration. They're like, "Oh my gosh, should you report him?
Well, I mean, it's
Should you email the FBI?"
It's funny to just like, it's funny to have two parties who will never meet, which like one is your roommate and the other are just like the masses of people that you're telling, and to just like sway opinion against your roommate in a no stakes situation.
In a
like,
completely
I'll
no
never
stakes.
meet him, you know.
I should really be like a DA or something.
Oh, you'd be awesome at it.
Yeah, just go and be like, "Well, I have no skin in the game, but I am rearing to go on this one."
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, we were talking about.
Oh, we were.
You were saying that you would love to
about-
see me in like any position in a court,
Yes,
like
that's it.
bailiff, on the stand, lawyer. I feel like I would crush all of it. Like, I know that everybody thinks this, but I've always felt like I'm the kind of guy who could represent himself. I strongly believe this.
You thrive in a court. You really think you would thrive in a courtroom situation where you've got to like present. Well, I guess you do. I guess you are.
Well, you
really
have time
good
to
at,
think
like,
about your
documenting.
answers.
That's true. That is true. I would love
Yeah.
to see what kind of graphs you'd show up with.
Now, my code does prevent me from lying, so depending on what I did, that could be bad. But I am good at like selectively framing info.
That's very true.
I never lie, but I can certainly highlight some facts above others.
You just withhold the truth. Yeah, I would love. I mean, you're right. You don't lie. You'd be on the tree. You'd be like on the stand. You'd be like on trial for murder, but you wouldn't. You would be up. You'd be like, look, I'm gonna get it. You would get out in front of it. You'll be like, I did, but here's why it was good for me to do that.
And the court would be like, yeah. Well, first, I think the bailiff would like shoot me because like I'd take the stand. They'd be like, "Now, where were you on the day?" I'd be like, "I would like to tell the jury about a little thing called jury nullification."
It would be funny.
I explained to them. They're like, "Yeah, but we don't like you."
It would be funny if you keep acting out of order in court, and the bailiff just has to like continually wing you. He just keep winging you with his revolver like throughout the entire process.
Yeah, he doesn't hit any bones or anything. He just keeps going like through my shoulder.
Yeah, he just keeps aiming. He keeps aiming for like love handles, like ankles, like no vital organs, just enough to keep. It's like spraying a cat with water. You know.
Yeah, there's just blood everywhere. No one's really reacting.
That's how you.
My dress shirt is just red, fully red.
Yeah, you literally have to like drag yourself back and like your legs are limp. You just have to drag yourself back and forth from like the desk to the stand.
Yeah, because I'm representing myself, so I have to keep like moving where I'm sitting and stuff. which for some reason I think is part of it. I'm like doing an Eddie Murphy thing where I'm like switching chairs, doing different voices. I'm not doing the Southern lawyer thing because that's hack. I'm doing like my own like weirder thing.
No, I do love the idea of you like saying that you're going to represent yourself and showing up with a suitcase of different outfits.
Yeah, different wigs.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'm the first guy to ever get declared insane where it wasn't like the goal. It's like a worse outcome than what would have happened.
Yeah, you're in traffic court.
Yeah, I'm in traffic court and I get
There's not-
5115.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I definitely would like. I mean, if I'm ever in court, it's definitely going to be one of those scenarios where it's like, 25 people are in court that day, and every second that I'm taking up is making the judge mad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because there's more. There's way more important people that she has to get to.
Yeah, and I'm there, Mrs. Doubtfiring or something.
Dude, I've been in traffic court and seen people do that. And like, if you like dudes, it's like where it's like they're probably on the line for like an $800 fine, and they just walk in determined to go to jail. And it's like it's so fucking. It's the best when you go up right after them because all you have to do is be quiet and polite, and they're like they won't even make you pay it. They'll just be like, "All right, you seem like a normal person. I'm just going to completely waive this." Yeah. But
Well, you seem to have not brought any exhibits, so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're pulling it out evidence. They're like, you would have had to have shown that to us earlier. You can't just
you
pull out Ziploc baggies.
You can't just show up in the San Fernando Circuit Court with like plastic bags full of bloodstained items.
Yeah. You just drop a plastic bag full of shell casings. They're like, "Sir, you ran a red light."
Yeah, sir. Yeah. You bring your own evidence, and they're like, "Did you remove that from the crime scene?"
Yeah, the cops never found that.
Right. Yeah, that's oh man, imagine like showing up to court with like evidence that you hid from the cops and thinking like, yeah, I've got an ace up my sleeve. It's my ultimate trump card.
Yeah. You just throw down like footage from an ATM of you like jacking off or something. Like, well, this harms your case irreparably.
But it does. Yeah, you're like, this proves that I wasn't in the house. They're like, you're in trouble for like 5 other crimes now.
Yeah.
Like,
is that a school in the background?
Yeah,
it's a video of you nude, jacking off, holding your birth certificate and your passport up to the camera and today's paper. Your dick is through the like a hole in the paper.
Oh fuck! Going to circuit court is really fun. It's fun because like I've spent so many hours of my life just watching videos of people like getting it, like, trying to like sovereign citizen their way out of traffic tickets. So like when you're there, it feels like the first time you walk down like Hollywood Boulevard, you're like, oh my god, I'm here, I made it. It's like like the Dr. Phil set or something.
Yeah, you're so used to audience work that you're like, oh yeah, clocking in.
Yep. Yeah.
Who's Byron Allen gonna come out? And talk
The bailiff comes out and just starts tossing like Laffy Taffy to everybody waiting to get their fucking fines paid.
I feel like we could come up with a court show.
Oh, easily.
I mean, there aren't that many different concepts for it. It's like Judge Judy. There's one where the concept is that there's 3 judges. That's the whole thing.
Right, which doesn't work. A kangaroo court. Doesn't even resemble the American justice system at all. Not even fucking close. Well,
how's it going to be if you went on like one of those shows? Like, you're like, all right, yeah, me and my wife, she's cheating on me, whatever. But like, at least we can like each get $800 out of it or whatever. Right, and then you wind up like going to jail.
Yeah, I always wondered why the fuck Judge. I didn't understand that it was like an alternative to like a judicial process. I was always like, why the fuck doesn't Judge Judy ever send people to jail? I was like, that would have been. That
Let's
would
get
be
a real
so-
case in here. Let's get a murderer.
Yeah, like it would be. And now I realize it's because that it's shot down in fucking Culver City. But it would be so awesome if they could just like imprison you in the Sony lot or like wherever the fuck they shoot it. Like Judge Judy bangs a gavel and they hang you up with the costumes. Like,
That would be sick.
yeah, dude. You remember? So like True TV used to be court. Like if I remember correctly, like because now True TV is like a comedy station. It's basically like TBS, but like it used to be Court TV. Then it was True TV, where it was like reality based, and now it's just where weird comedy shows go. But like I remember like when there were like 5 different judge shows on TV, and I remember, oh fuck, there was a gay judge, the gay judge show,
Gay judge. Boom,
It-
boom.
fucking basically like that was basically how they advertised it. I wish I could remember this
That's
guy's
so
name.
insane.
Yeah, because there was Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown, Judge Mathis. We love Judge Mathis in this house. And there was the gay judge. And the gay judge was awesome because he would literally snap at people. He would literally snap at the plaintiffs and the defendants. I was just like,
Gay
dude,
judge sounds like a fake show from like Futurama or something. Man,
all of- oh, what?
I was never mind. Go ahead.
No, what were you? Oh,
I was
okay.
just gonna say culture has changed so quickly.
Culture is really. Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's so good. I'm rewatching it on HBO Max. Unfortunately, it's weird that like this is why streaming fucking sucks. Because like I'm watching it on HBO Max. It's a streaming service. They don't have to adhere to like, FCC guidelines. Even like the broadcast channel Adult Swim doesn't have to adhere to FCC guidelines because it's not a network channel. The only reason why they censor shit on those channels is because advertisers would get scared away, like back in the mid-aughts, but they don't actually have to.
Yeah.
That's why they can say like fuck and shit on FX and like Comedy Central now. But all the Aqua Teen episodes are fucking censored on HBO. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's
And some of
crazy.
them-
HBO's whole thing used to be like it's R-rated TV, and now
Right.
I guess because they're a streaming service, it's like now it's basically cable again. It's like for everyone, like your kid scrolls through it when you're not paying attention or whatever.
Yeah, but it's weird. And
It's fucking
they,
dumb.
They cut content too, but something that it was so refreshing how many. I guess I just didn't remember it, like how often the punchline on Aqua Teen Hunger Force is just the characters calling each other gay. It's like them calling each other gay and then like horrible body horror.
Yeah.
It's a really fucking good show. It's really fucking good.
You know, it's a crazy mark for like how quick things moved. I've been listening to this podcast. I forget what it was called. I've only listened to the one episode so far, but it's this screenwriter, or I don't know who he is, interviews screenwriters about the first draft of what went on to be like a big movie. So he's talking to the 2 Jewish guys who wrote Black Klansman.
Oh wow.
And it's just funny to listen because like they wrote that movie in like 2015 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like like now it'd be like, how dare you even option this black story?
Right. Yeah, as from those 2 guys.
Yeah, but like then they were just like, high concept, interesting. Yeah, we could definitely make it. So it's just like 2 fucking random screenwriters.
Right.
And it's just funny the way they're taught. Like instantly they come in defensive. They're just like,
Yeah.
he's just like, yeah. So what kind of? They're like, well, in order to do this right, we knew that we had to have a black voice involved. It's like they come in so hot. Fucking like something Rabinowitz or whatever. Like,
Right, which is a redundant thing to say. It's like, yeah, well, of course you do. It's weird that you even have to say that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. The defensive of that is hilarious because it's like, yeah, there better be a fucking black voice involved. It's about a black guy. It would be weird if there weren't.
yeah.
Like, but I guess just what I'm saying is like the qualifying of things. Whereas like you would assume that'd be a given, but like now you have to like assure people that you're good.
Yeah. It's also
Fucking
funny
weird.
to like. It was interesting getting a perspective of like, because when they optioned that book and like wrote the script, like now that would be instantly scooped up.
Right.
But then it was just like, oh yeah, these guys, like their agent got the rights to it and then they wrote it and then like they had to hope that like it came across Spike Lee's desk. It's like,
Right.
wow, how different.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure that Spike Lee worked with those guys again for To Five Bloods. I might be wrong.
Was that them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them at least, because I think he
Mhm.
realized that he works really well with them. Spike Lee, well, never mind. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. But yeah,
I mean, that's kind of what he does, right? He usually takes like a script and then rewrites it, which that's not I'm not describing that negatively at all. That's what you do, but
yeah, no, well, yeah, no, he'll take a script. He doesn't write. I think he's written some of his scripts. Like, I want to say he wrote "Do the Right Thing." I want to say that he wrote like some of his early ones. But yeah, basically, he takes a script and then he like Spike Lee's it. you know?
yeah.
Which is fucking sick. I mean, that's the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah, I mean, like it sounded like all the shit he added was like all the best parts.
Yeah. But it's just like, you're right. It's like you write that, you have to hope that Spike Lee hears about it. Whereas like now it's like you even put that kind of screenplay forward, and it's like, I'm sure the phones just don't stop ringing for like fucking Ava DuVernay, Spike Lee, Barry Jenkins. I'm sure that like there's just like a direct pipeline to all those directors now. It's just it's weird. I don't know, like I don't know what to make of it, because like obviously like good things have, like, I thought Black Klansman was fucking sick. I think Barry Jenkins movies are sick, but I don't know. Just like, I'm going back less than 10 years watching some of this content on HBO Max, and I'm just like, it's strange. It's bizarre how far the needle moved.
I've been watching Reno 911 like it's a new show all week. I watch like 4 episodes a day.
Reno 911's awesome. One of the characters is literally retarded.
Yeah. They call her retarded all the time.
Yeah, she's Trudy Weigel is literally fucking retarded.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
God, and it's just it's crazy that was like improv dorks.
Right, it's like UCB people.
Yeah.
Isn't it literally UCB people?
Yeah, I think the state was the state was definitely, all those dudes were out of some improv.
They came from like ASCAT, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's like, man, what are we missing out on, the fact that improv is so fucking neutered now? Because you go back and you watch things that sprung out of improv before all this culture war shit, and you're like, this is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, and it's funny how, like, you know what's funny? Like, individually, everybody on Reno 911, none of them are my favorite comedian. Like, some of them, like Carlos Alazraqui is like, I would even go as far to say he's kind of hacky. But like, together, that group created like hands down one of the best fucking comedy shows ever.
Yeah. Also, just like, I mean, the fearlessness that everybody would have had on set, because like, I was watching this one joke made me laugh so hard that it was definitely, I mean, you can surmise that it was a riff, but now it's like no one would riff that, because even if like it killed or something, you'd get in trouble. Like, first of all, it wouldn't make the edit. But then also, like, you'd be afraid to say it. But the line was like, there's this hot Asian cop, and Garcia is saying, like, he's like, yeah, I saw her making eyes at me. And Junior's like, I think their eyes are always like that. And I just laughed so hard. And I'm like, damn, like, if you'd be fired, like, for even, like, riffing it.
Well, you can't even, that's why I'm surprised. I'm actually really surprised that they did another season on Quibi. Because, like, to even pitch a show about irresponsible cops, like in 2021 is a big no-go.
Some of it doesn't hold up just because it's not like outlandish enough. Like there's like whole sketches where they just like pull people over and hold them at gunpoint to fuck with them, and the joke is like, wow, these are bad cops. But now it's like, oh no, that's cops.
Right, that's just what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta start. I gotta start my rewatch on that soon. I want to watch the new season. I have a morbid curiosity about the new season. Whenever Quibi offloads all their fucking properties, or maybe we'll just never see those shows. I don't know. Maybe it'll be like CISO, where they just you have to know whoever like has a hard drive full of that shit.
Yeah,
but I wonder how it was.
Yeah, you know? I don't know. I mean, I can't see those people missing, but also, how constrained must it have been?
Did you ever see the movie?
No.
I kind of fucking loved the movie. Got bad reviews. I thought the movie was kind of fucking hilarious.
Did it get bad reviews like from people who liked the show, or was it like Roger Ebert being like, I don't understand what this is?
I think it got bad reviews like MacGruber got bad reviews.
Yeah.
I think that's basically what it is. Yeah, fuck, dude. I was even like, I was going back and I was like, because like, yeah, because Patton Oswalt's in that movie. He's really funny. Patton Oswalt is in a bunch of episodes of like Aqua Teen Hunger Force where he's like saying slurs and shit. It's just, it's very, very fucking surreal. It's surreal how like how quickly all the people that we looked up to just like immediately sold out at like the slightest sense of like danger. You know?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that anymore.
Look, I can either keep saying slurs on Adult Swim or kill my wife, and I know my priorities. Can't have it all, folks.
It's just, well, I'll tell you what, it's a slippery slope. Once you sell your soul a little bit, there's no telling what you'll do down the line. Anything, you get a taste. You get a taste of changing of what's the word? Altering your integrity for a taste of that sweet, sweet nectar from Hollywood, and before you know it, you're like,
I deserve a
fuck it.
different wife.
I deserve a different wife. I've done everything. I deserve this. I've changed myself completely to succeed in this town.
I was Remy the Rat, and I deserve high-class pussy.
There can be no remnants of me left. I need to completely ship of Theseus myself to ascend to Patton 2.0. And there's one ball and chain that's keeping me tethered to my life before Hollywood stardom. So it's clear what I have to do.
I was thinking about
I get it.
because like actors like Kumail and Chris Pratt and everything. I was trying to think of the funniest actor to like suddenly get jacked, and I think it's Patton.
Oh, if Patton started taking human growth hormone, he would be, because you know what's funny? He plays MODOK or whatever, like in the animated series. But if he started taking HGH, he could just like play him for real. He would just be like a giant fucking head with jacked arms that they'd have to like wheel around on a fucking hover cart. I'm actually, at this point, I'm all for Patton Oswalt deciding to alter himself chemically.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait, like, because, you know, I feel like we don't have much of this anymore, but you remember, like, in the aughts, everybody loved, like, big plastic surgery disasters with, like, celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
As we approach just, like, cyberpunk transhumanism, it's going to be sick to see, like, celebs just, like, become, like, a jar.
Well, the
Just
whole,
gonna be like J-Law is looking great, and she's just like like a bowl of slime with like a microchip in it. You're like
her head is fucking like caved in, and there's just like one weird like fucking telescope coming out of the middle of it.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I got LASIK. Well, I mean, it's just like I think that whole like plastic surgery it's weird. Culture around
Did it get
plastic
better, or did like people stop doing it?
No, people didn't stop doing it.
Yeah.
And it didn't get better. But now like the whole sentiment behind people getting plastic, or like the way you're supposed to react when you see people get bad plastic surgery is like, good for her. It's like that dude literally like there's a such thing where like people like get mad at you for plastic surgery shaming. They're like, well, if that procedure will make you feel better and you have the exorbitant amount of money that it takes to have it done, then you have every right to do that to your body to further your path on self-acceptance or whatever. And it's like, what happened to fucking going to therapy?
Yeah.
Like plastic surgery acceptance is some of the weirdest shit to me.
Or maybe what happened is like the people who would have in the past been like, I have duck lips, my skin is beige, I look crazy now. Now they just go trans. Everyone's like,
right.
Yes.
Well, I do think that is like the weird, because you go down a slippery slope if you're like, maybe we shouldn't encourage people to surgically alter their bodies to like accept themselves. Like maybe that's a bad value. Because then, and I don't think it's the same as transitioning, but you can see how that if you follow that line of logic, it gets dicey where it's like it might not ideologically line up with other shit that they're, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think just like,
yeah, Nick, I do, and
yeah.
I gotta say I'm not I'm not super in disagreement.
Yeah, it's just like
you're like, yeah, I mean, if you were to follow that, it might lead to this kind of thing, and I'm like, yes, it does, and I think that.
I just can't think that there's like a single like, or maybe there are, maybe it's fucking changing. I don't know, but I can't think that there's a single therapist worth their money where if you went to them and you're like, I'm experiencing body dysmorphia, they'd be like, you need to shell out $30,000 for extensive reconstruction surgery because the problem is real and you need to fix it.
No, I mean, they absolutely exist, Nick. You know that. Like,
yeah, no, I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, you know what? Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
this is a
to me, though.
paywall episode, so I'm gonna get kind of crazy here.
Get
but, like,
spicy, dude.
like I have a friend like who said that I'm not gonna say the gender or anything specific about them at all because I don't want this to be identifiable at all. I have a friend who that person went to like a therapist like a covered California therapist, and you know, this person's like non-binary, I guess, and the state set them up with like a trans therapist, like because I guess they thought that'd be helpful. And the
Right.
trans therapist was like, "Well, clearly all your issues are from the fact that you haven't fully transitioned."
Which
It's like, this is kind of like when you're like when you read about like high fructose corn syrup good from the American Corn Association.
right, or like the case for nuclear energy.
Yeah,
It's like, look, man, I'll let me criticize that from like a woke perspective. Like, who the fuck is that trans therapist to tell a non-binary person that they're actually? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's weird. I mean, I know all therapists, obviously. This is the flaw with therapists is that they're also people who are fucked up. My grandmother's a therapist.
At least I would say I have a limit. If I had to guess, I would say 15 to 25% of therapists are like dangerously insane.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like, so I'm not going to say that about my grandmother, but my grandmother is a therapist. And
Wait, is this on WoWo side or?
No, it's on my mom's side, and she's actually she's a good therapist. Like she's not a bad therapist, but it's hilarious how like this person who people come to like sort out their own shit has so many like mental hangups of their like, and maybe this is where I get it from. Oma can't stand ugly people. Every time she sees an ugly person, she like has to like take somebody aside and be like, look at that horrible looking woman across the street. And it's just like, holy, like
That's
people,
very-
like,
Yeah, that's no good.
like, it's I'm like, it's crazy that people confide their darkest secrets to you.
Well, I mean,
Because
yeah,
you love shit talking.
yeah, you know my story about fucking that supervillain in Philly.
Yeah, the man who lived at the top of the tower
with a wolf.
with a wolf, which
Yeah.
that shouldn't be. Do you think you were paying for the wolf in any way? Like, do you think like is that something that you meant? Do you think
That was like an
inflating
extra.
the price?
I didn't
Yeah.
check the bill clearly. There was never a bill. I would hand him a check every time.
It's literally sounds like you got Unabomber, dude. You know, like when the
Yeah.
Unabomber went to Harvard, when Ted Kaczynski went to Harvard or whatever, he was like subjected to like different. I think it was under the pretense that he was like going to see like a school counselor, but what the dude was actually doing was like subjecting him to these like weird like mental tests to see if he could like permanently change Ted Kaczynski's like outlook on things and bring out like neuroses in him and shit. He was using him like a human guinea pig, which
Yeah.
may or may not have led to him, you know.
Specifically, what they did was they had all the students write an essay about like their personal like belief system and ideologies, not telling them what it was for, and then they put them in a room with electrodes on their head, and then that guy just walked in and like tore it apart. Was like, "Oh, you think this? You fucking idiot! You loser!"
Dude.
And they did that for a year.
College whether it's that guy or fucking like Philip Zimbardo, like college psychologists need to be looked into
Yeah,
because they're running loose. Dude.
yeah. I don't know much about it. All I know is like my school psychologist in my high school was just like a harangued woman who like
Oh, same. Yeah. Mrs. Roof. I remember her.
Yeah, I remember getting like gotcha'd where I was just like, it was the end of the day and I get called down to the principal's office and I'm like, well, that's weird. I'm never in trouble. And then I go and my parents are there and I get led into like this other room with this school psychologist and it was like junior year or whatever and my parents basically like wanted them to fix me somehow. And Granted, I probably don't remember this 100% objectively, but I remember making a case that like there was a lot of helicopter parenting going on, and it made it really difficult for me to like learn how to manage my own studies and like how to study and how to schedule and everything when like everything.
Whoa, you are ready to defend yourself in court, dude. Listen to this.
Yeah, I am.
That's awesome.
And then my parents were like, "Man, that lady didn't know." She basically, I remember her taking my side and then us never seeing them again.
That happened,
and also being told since that never happened.
That happened to me too. Where like, but it wasn't with a school psychology. It was just like with the therapist that I think I saw all of 4 times. And we started having, and like right as we started having breakthroughs and I started feeling better about myself, my dad yanked me out of therapy because he thought that the therapist was giving me too much power. I guess he was afraid of like being usurped or something.
That's actually, I was reading some like Reddit thread about, like, I don't know, some Ask Reddit thing I happened to land on where they were asking like couples therapists what the warning signs were, and it's like, usually the man will like not want the woman to see them individually because he'll be afraid of not being able to be in there to correct her. And that's what your dad did.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
You and your dad were in like abusive like father-son couple therapy.
God damn it. Yeah, my dad was, yeah. No, I'm not even going to say that. Oh my God. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Yeah, my school therapist was also like she was a dunce. I mean, those poor people. I shouldn't say that. It's just like that's a shit job. Like that job sucks because like you're paid like shit. I'm sure you probably see some like downright horrifying thing, like some like the problems that are going on in like some kids' homes. I'm sure that it takes a mental toll on you, but you also just have like no tools at your disposal to like really help the kids at all. And you just kind of have to like go through your day just being like, just like making an effort, but knowing that you're just rolling a boulder up a hill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's gotta fucking suck.
Yeah, for me, it was just like, I was basically in like this Orwellian scenario where like I would get home and my mom would have like an email of what all my homework was, and they would like sit down at the table with me and like look into my eyes as I did it.
Oh, did you have an IEP? Individual Education Plan?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe they just call it that in Maryland. Yeah. The IEP, they like...
That's where like they no longer like or trust you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, because I had... It's funny, man. I had one of those. My parents trying to stay on me to do... Like, I was a mechanical bull, and I just, like, bucked them off, like, midway through sophomore year, where they were just like, all right, fuck it. Our son... He's not gonna do his homework. He's gonna skip school. He's gonna smoke pot in our downstairs bathroom, and there's nothing we can do about it. Like
he's presently on acid. He thinks we don't know, and he's gonna think that for many years.
Oh my God, I can't tell you how many times I drove my mother to tears. Where like I came home from school and she was just already crying, and I was like, "Geez, this lady, what a buzzkill."
Yeah, I know that I'm gonna have a son someday who's gonna absolutely drive me insane.
Yeah, dude. It's what
I was like, even like the teachers, like I don't know, for some reason, I fell through the cracks where it's like I would do well on all the like standardized tests, so teachers would assume, well, if he did it, he would have done it, like he can do it, so we'll just give him a million extra chances because like it looks bad for me to fail too many kids or something.
Wow, fuck, man, I wish my school was that, because I was the same way. Like I
was in the gifted program, which is meaningless. I don't think IQ's real. I really don't think that it means anything, and I think we need to stop testing kids for it and treating them differently.
Well, yeah, it's also like it's hard. It's a hard thing to. I don't think IQ is real either, unless I find out that I have a very high one, and then I love it. But the jury's still out on that. I think it's obviously like, I'm pretty sure it's like it's like regarded as like a kind of outdated way to measure intelligence.
I mean, what is IQ? It means like, oh, our kid's good at doing puzzles, a meaningless skill that does not translate into life at all.
Yeah. Like I mean,
he's really good at like word games. So therefore, we're gonna send him to a study hall where they have a bunch of Rubik's cubes.
Yeah, because I don't think it measures like emotional intelligence or like a variety of.
Oh no! If they had
things.
measured that, I would have been sent back to like. I would have been sent back a grade. That would have been like. What? How would they even measure that? They just put you in a room with a girl, and they're like behind like one-way mirror.
Right. Yeah.
They're just like, well, he asked her what her favorite color lightsaber is, so it appears he's retarded. It appears.
And your parents are just like, why do you have one-way mirror in a school? This seems really dark.
Yeah.
Why did we descend into a dungeon?
My school had a dungeon.
Oh, really? My high school did.
It was an old school. It was like a Fallout shelter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they left the Fallout shelter signs all over the fucking, because my school was built in the 50s or something.
Yeah, man. I remember being bummed. Like while I was in high school, they renovated everything and like tore shit down.
It happened to mine after I left, and the school they built instead of because like the school, it was kind of cool. I went to the same school that like my parents went to. I had some of the same teachers as them, and it was like a nice, quaint, small town. Well, it was huge because we had a student class of like the entire student body of that school was like 2,500. It was a very large school, but like the building was old, and they tore it down, which was sad. And then they just built. It looks like a fucking future prison. There's this guy.
It does look like I think this exact type of school. It looks like a prison.
Yeah, it looks like a bizarre like chrome prison that children file into.
Inside all the walls, like all the walls are concrete blocks, and they painted it all white with like royal blue floors.
Yeah, they did shit like that. Ours was gold and blue, which is bizarre.
That is very weird.
Yeah, they didn't need to do all that. They could have put that money somewhere else. But yeah, I loved it always weirds me out because like I always like every time I go home, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll pop into the old school and see if the teachers are there. And then I like we lived across the street from
Are
it.
you even
then,
allowed to do that?
Kids did it all the time. If you're liked, you're allowed to. When you're famous, they let you do it. Sorry.
Yeah, I feel like that's when you're like 19, you go back.
You're right. But Brendan,
it's like a 27-year-old man.
I know, but Brendan, let me tell you something. If you asked me how old I was, my first response would be 19 before I remembered. No, Nick, you're 27. Mentally, I am still 19.
I feel that. My 20s are basically over, and I'm like freaking out. I turned 29 this month.
You're 29 this month?
I turned 29 this month. And I'm 5 years sober this month.
Whoa, dude.
My days of being young and fun are so far behind.
They're completely behind. I'm not ready to give all that up yet. I do still feel like I'm in my early 20s. But I mean, then again, look at how I live.
Yeah.
I haven't let myself I've been like strategically holding myself back from entering adulthood.
I mean, what else can be expected of you?
Nothing.
You've got a tiny room full of cat shit.
What else do you need?
Completely bare walls.
Yeah. What am I going to do? Hang something on them? I don't like things. That's just shit I have to take with me when I move to my next squat.
Yeah.
That's what, dude. It's amazing. I have less things than some fucking homeless people. Like we have all these. Like it was really bumming me out. We have all these homeless people who are like encamped around Echo Park, and like they have furniture. Like they have furniture and grills and fucking like framed pictures.
I would love to have a grill.
Yeah, they love having grills, dude. It's one of the only joys they have. Yeah, man. I don't want to have things. You know.
Yeah, I've been trying to declutter.
Yeah, and your room is different.
Yeah. I keep changing it.
Every 4 months or so I can count on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, it usually happens around some sort of med change or mental health episode, something like that.
Yeah. How is your mental health, by the way?
Oh, it's actually really good. It's actually
I know
fine.
you're off the pills.
I am off the pills. And I like I said before, the pills definitely saved my life, but I don't think that I need to be on them right now. I'm not saying that I'll never go back. Like, you know, if I get really depressed or anxious again or something like that. But for now, just the negative effects were way outweighing the positive.
Well, man, that entire sentence except replace pills with Molly, and I feel you. I've been there. Replace your prescribed medicine with LSD, and I'm like, same.
But for
Same,
you,
dude.
you're saying like I might go back someday for you. For me, I'm saying I might go back someday for others, so they don't worry.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I could find some way to twist it and make it about other people. find some way to take the stand and convince the judge that it's good that I'm doing this.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think what's happening is like, so when I initially went on the SSRIs, I was like so depressed. I was like, it was like all kinds of like suicidal ideation and just like like depressed to the point where you're like detaching from reality and shit.
Damn.
So I definitely, I needed the pills, and a lot of that was also just like life decisions, emotional stuff related to different things going on. But now I have like a pretty good life, so the SSRIs were just causing more bipolar shit than they were fixing the depression.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
wild.
the thing is, I don't even fucking know if I have bipolar, because how do you know? I went in and I floated that I might, and they were like, sounds good.
Yeah,
We'll give you some mood
yeah,
stabilizers.
I'm getting a kickback for this.
I don't even know if they get a kickback. I don't know what the incentive is. I think they're just like, well, that makes my job easier. What am I going to ask you questions and think?
I was under the impression that all prescriptions are like somewhat incentivized, but maybe I might be wrong. Who knows? I mean, you know what? It's something that I'm sure I've said confidently while drunk, talking to a girl at a party to make myself sound smart, and I might as well stick by it on my podcast.
You remember bothering women at parties?
Well, I don't know if I was bothering them. I think I was. God damn! Did somebody just? I think. Sorry.
Someone outside?
Something just fucking exploded. Now there's like 5 car alarms going off.
Damn. Your neighborhood sucks.
Nah, it's Echo. I love living in Echo Park. I think
Do you
it's
remember?
fireworks.
It's interesting. That's something that'll never happen to me again, I guess, is like assuming me and Bay get married, which, I believe.
Fingers crossed, yeah.
I guess I'll never experience bombing with a woman at a party again. It's kind of sad.
You might still. You probably still will. I mean,
I'll definitely fail in social interactions.
Yeah, it'll be platonic. Like, you guys will have friends come over and play fucking Pictionary or whatever it is, and although I guess you don't drink anymore, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I still
Maybe I should
don't-
start drinking again. It's been 5 years.
I've been waiting for you to say this. I've only been nudging you in this direction since you came to Los Angeles.
I never will drink again, but there is like a 30 to like 45% part of me that's like, I could do it.
Yeah, of course there is. Yeah, you're an alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
Of course there's.
Oh, I guess that's it.
Of course, almost half of your willpower is.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm the kind of alcoholic where, like, I can decide not to drink pretty easily, but
Sure.
the idea of deciding to have one beer and then choosing not to have a second, impossible.
Right.
So there's a part of me that's like, I could drink like once a year.
Yeah, just like.
And the thing is, I think I'm right, but I think that would destroy me. I think even that would ruin the entire course of the rest of my life.
Just because, just the amount of damage that you could do in one night, you would cram everything into that night.
Yeah.
Like you would get in
not like health damage, but it's like I would, like, just imagine, like, I would wake up the next day and all my relationships would be in different places.
Exactly. Yeah. You would knock out a year's worth of like what's the word I want to use? Deteriorating personal relationships in one night.
Yeah.
That'd be a pretty good movie, honestly.
Honestly, I mean, the best way for this to work is I would do it like old monster movie style, like it's the full moon, and I would just make you lock me in a room.
Oh fuck yeah.
But the thing is, the ideal way for me to drink would be I need read-only internet. I need to be able to like watch things, read things, because like, I love getting fucked up and going online. But I need like a firewall that prevents me from posting. I need like an intranet where it's like
maybe wonder if we could.
That was
maybe we
always
could,
the problem.
Maybe we could set up like a custom rig, or we could just like broadcast things to you, like on like.
Give
I
me
would
some
love
cable
this.
TV, some records.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to get you like set up just like in like your little like alcoholism station, and you've got like a buzzer that you can buzz when you want, I'll control it. Oh, this sounds like so much fun.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
control it all remotely. I'll monitor you. I'll be a great trip sitter for your for your big night.
Yeah, or what I need is like so like the classic like solo alcoholic thing is to just be like, you're just like ripping cigs, drinking liquor, and you have like YouTube open that's just playing music, but you're like sitting there actively at the computer with the music.
Yeah, that's how I would do like Adderall. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would need that, but like every time I'm about to like go on Facebook or something, I need you to take like control of the mouse from another room.
Yeah, or maybe I was like, we could just put like electrodes on you, but like maybe that might not even matter if you're sauced enough.
What you
might
think? You think giving me physical pain is gonna affect me in the state?
You're right.
I'm gonna be like, great, what I deserve. Next, continue.
Yeah, I keep
Nice.
shocking you.
Yeah. When I do this, I feel on my outside how I feel on my inside. Good.
Oh my god. I keep shocking you because you're writing statuses and you're just getting hard. I'm just like, fuck, this is completely the opposite.
Dude, I used to fucking love writing statuses.
Oh yeah. Have you preserved any of them? Do they ever like come
No.
up like
No. Never. No. That whole Facebook is gone. I would always wake up and I would like
right.
I would like try to delete whatever I had posted without reading it, which is hard. It's hard to do. And also sometimes I would wake up and I would be unsure, like sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night and delete it. And then sometimes I would wake up like unsure if I had actually posted something or if I had dreamt it, because I used to have a lot of false awakenings and
That's
like
fucking
night
that's
terror
the
loops.
worst. That is the fucking worst. God damn, dude. Did you ever like, I mean, I feel like I've heard some status stories on here, but did you ever catch like serious heat for like a status that you posted while you were drunk?
No, because they would always just be kind of like sad. It wouldn't be anything like offensive.
Oh yeah.
It would either be like real sad or it'd be like I don't know. I mean, I'm a pretty funny guy, so sometimes I would post something like still funny, and then if like a girl commented under it like LOL, I would instantly be in her DMs like, sup?
Oh my fucking god. You know what's sad? I've done the same thing and I was never an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the same. I think that was just me. Like, honestly, like when I was like when I first got on Facebook when I was like 14, I was literally just like, it would just be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I would just be on my parents' computer posting statuses about how I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, remember you used to be able to do that. No one was worried.
Nobody was. Yeah, it's like Green Day lyrics. It's like and that was why. So like a couple years ago, I like went through and I used Facebook Memories to delete all of my statuses before like 2016. Honestly,
Yeah,
because there was a show in DC, where like the whole show was Comics Got on the show, and then they would like look up old Facebook statuses from like 5 years ago or 7 years ago and like make fun of you. And I got asked to do the show. Yeah, I got asked to do the show, and they were like, "Would you want to do it?" I'm like, "I don't think I'm interested." They're like, "Come on, it'll be really fun." And I'm like, "Yeah, you don't understand." Like I was posting like 5 statuses a day about like wanting to cut myself, why won't anybody fuck me? My saddest statuses, I think that like the lower than any of that is multiple times a day I would just post my cell phone number on Facebook and be like, if anybody wants to call me.
Oh my god.
I would post my cell phone number and go, if anyone wants to call me, my phone is on and ready. And then like 3 hours later, I would post it again and just be like, not sure if anybody saw it the first time, so here it is again.
That rules.
Oh
Like,
my god, dude,
I mean, that was pathetic then, but it's even more pathetic now. Like, because back then there had been no etiquette established.
Right, exactly.
There was no rules about what you could and could not put on Facebook.
I was just doxing myself left and right, hoping for a crumb of pussy.
Just the measliest crumb.
I just want a girl to hold my hand at Panera Bread. That's all that I fucking want. and the way that if
you
I'm
in fucking giant gym shorts.
yeah, me in giant gym shorts, wearing my fucking like autistic ass non-slip shoes. yeah. Yeah, it was so like I remember just being like, man, I just like I'm so lonely. I just want to. I was such a fucking incel. I was like,
we really turned it around.
I really,
we really are some incel success stories.
Oh yeah, dude. And when I turned it around, it actually doesn't really make sense because like everything about me was the same. I was still dressing horribly, just wearing fucking cargo shorts. Wearing like Billabong tees and cargo shorts and giant shoes with Velcro, but I was getting pussy like inexplicably. But yeah, I remember like being 14, being like, I'm really lonely. I want friends. I want a girlfriend. How do I get those things? I know. Maybe I'll write offensive phrases on my chest in Sharpie and then pose shirtless on my webcam and then post my phone number and my email every day on Facebook. maybe I'll
because they can't scroll down. And you remember, this was back before algorithms, so this was showing up in everyone who was friends with you's feed every time you did it.
Yes, and the part of the reason why I stopped is because my friends' mothers started calling my house, telling my parents what I was posting. My dad was like, my dad taking me to the computer room, and he's like, son. Justin's mother just called us and she told us that you posted a half nude photo of yourself on Facebook where you wrote in Sharpie on your chest, "I'll fuck anything that moves." From the movie Blue Velvet. That's just
yeah, because even doing something insane like that, you want a little bit of indie cred at 15.
I mean,
just so you know, I watch cool movies, girls.
Yeah, I wanted somebody to ask me what it was from. And it was so like it is so great when I think about the decision making that was going on when I was 14 years old. It was just like an
doubtless.
Right. It was an 18-wheeler careening down the road, nobody at the wheel. like it is so fucking crazy that there wasn't a horrible accident or you know. It's
astonishing that some girl's father didn't like fight you.
I mean, came close. Pretty sure we came close. The saddest, the I think
darkest. If you have any talent in your life, looking back, it's making people like well out of your age group so emotionally invested in hating you.
Yeah, I did that. Well, it's weird. Some of them liked me. I think I just like getting people out of my group in general, like emotionally invested in me, because like I've even talked about this like with friends since I've gone home, where like I was just talking about this with my friend who I just saw when we were like walking around Kinder. She was like, yeah, it's really weird that like we're friends and I consider you a good friend now and I'm excited to see you because like when I met you for like 3 years, you had no like discernibly positive traits. But she's like, but you were also just like, how did she phrase it? I can't remember. Basically, she was like, but you were just also like a constant in my life and I just like enjoyed your company. This like it was we were talking about like the cognitive dissonance of it. It was really strange, and I think I've had that effect on most people, especially when I was younger, because I was like a total. I was like out of control. I was like a psycho. Mm-hmm. But like I also had like a lot of friends by the end of high school.
I remember
know how I pulled that off.
My initial impressions of you, I would describe as like definitely not negative or positive. I remember. I mean, we were both bad at comedy in the same way. So I felt like we were on the same team.
Yeah.
So then, like, 2 or 3 times a year when we would see each other at open mics, we would hang out, and I'd be like, "This is a weird guy," while also
Yeah.
being the weirdest imaginable person myself, in like a fucking trucker hat and like a jacket with patches for like dumb shit, like not even punk shit.
Well, it's when you look at either the trajectory of either of our lives, it like if you break it down step by step, it doesn't make sense that either of us got this far.
No, how long have we known each other? Like 8 years?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like it feels like there's a missing reel somewhere where like something went really bad. You know what I mean? Because it's just like the math is not adding up at all.
No, it's not. I remember being at some terrible Chinese food restaurant with you in Baltimore, and you're like blind drunk
Oh,
after that Crown show.
oh, was I? Man, we went to a Chinese restaurant after. Oh,
Yeah,
was it
yeah.
downstairs?
I think it was like a block away or something.
Oh, was I getting wontons?
Maybe. I remember it was like late, and you're like, "Do you want to get Chinese food?" And I was like, "Okay." And then we went, and like I remember you bailing really quickly. Being like,
Brandon, I do not remember this. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Yes, I do. We went to Jerry's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it was on Northwest or North Avenue. I'm pretty sure. I do remember this. I actually fucking remember this. I
Yeah.
was so fucking drunk. Holy shit, you're right.
That was the classic Nick Aldershaw drunk set where you were just like you kept drinking beers and saying like dark things to impress me.
I really miss doing that. I wish I still drank.
I think at one point you like went to the bathroom and asked if I wanted to do coke with you, which in retrospect I don't think you had any nor were doing it.
I don't do coke.
So you just lied.
I
You just lied to rattle me.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like doing coke. Coke, it's. I would like. Why would I do coke when I could do Adderall?
I
when
just
I did-
watched you go up on stage, do one joke, instantly get pissed, and be like, "God damn it, I'm drunk. I thought this would be like Bill Hicks. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, Bill, Hicks, the man who famously bombed. Like the reason he stopped drinking. Bill Hicks stopped drinking because it made his comedy so bad. Well, that was when I did fucking Matt and Shane.
Uh huh.
Just 'cause
We should specify in the story. I think you were 21.
Yeah, I remember I got in trouble at the fucking Dunes because I was 20. I was doing a show at the Dunes, which is like this super cool like art space in DC. It was a really good show, and they were letting me drink, and I went up on stage like with a beer, and like my first joke was about how I wasn't old enough to drink. And the owner of the Dune, like when I was off stage, the owner of the Dunes like took me into the bathroom and was like, she was like, "If you make me lose my liquor license, I'm gonna I don't even know what I'll fucking do to you." And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I
thought I was an edgy comedian pushing boundaries.
Yeah, my parents aren't here. I thought I could live without any consequences."
Oh man, those are some of the funnest sets ever. Is like when you've newly turned 21 and all these adults have known you for 2 years. Because I had
Yeah.
that too. I remember doing fucking Uncle Dave shows in the middle
Oh
of
my god.
fucking Timonium and shit. I remember there's this one, it was like me, it was one of those shows where he booked like 6 or 7 Pennsylvania comics together. So we all drive 2 hours, bring no audience members, of course, and then we show up and there's no audience members. So it's just us performing for each other.
Yeah, which you could have fucking stayed home.
We could have stayed home. So I remember going up and there was like a piano on stage.
Yeah, Red House Tavern. Yeah.
Maybe it was Red House Tavern. I don't remember, but I remember just going up and trying to play the piano because I had taken lessons like 7 years previously. So I'm trying to like jazz improv and do like Zach Galifianakis, but my jokes and piano are both awful. And it's just tormenting the bartender who's making no money.
Oh fuck. I actually miss those fucking shows. Those Uncle Dave shows were horrible, but they were fun.
Yeah. The idea of like being able to be booked on a terrible show whenever you want, what a luxury now.
those shows were awesome because like he would regularly book like blind and retarded people. Like I like there were
You know, his buddies.
yeah.
He was hanging out with his chums, and he was like, "You want to try stand up?"
I remember we did a show at a fucking he had a show at Triple L Leather Bar for a while, like this they were like stripper cages and everything like on the stage because when Tim Kish was doing comedy in Jersey, I had him drive up to Baltimore and I wanted to do comedy with him so bad that I had Uncle Dave like sign my $60 check over to him. Because I think he also got the feature because I think I like vouched for him. Those shows were so fucking crazy. I remember there was a guy with fucking no leg who would do comedy a lot. I think he lost it in like Iraq, and then there were like two like straight up like retarded guy, like couldn't function in a conversation with you, retarded guys and he would give them like 10 minutes, you know, and then there was a guy. There was a guy who was completely blind who I think got in trouble for like grabbing female comics. Which he had a pretty good smoke screen, I will say.
Yeah.
But those shows were those shows were fun. I miss doing those shows.
I miss them. Man, if we ever like if this podcast ever gets big enough that it's like our living, we should do like a residency in like Dundalk or something.
That's what I want. That's like if we like I would love to tour this podcast just through dive bars in Baltimore.
Yeah.
maybe above, maybe like local, maybe like
we
local
do it like
touring.
when Tom Myers goes on tour, but we live here, so it's like we're flying to go to Silver Spring, Maryland, Bel Air, Maryland.
You know what's sad? Tom's played, well, not entirely true. Tom's played on a regular basis better venues than I have. Like, Tom's name has been in lights. Like, Tom, I've never had my name on a fucking marquee. Tom has multiple photos of, like, his name, like, being the top billed act on a marquee.
He is the most confident businessman in comedy.
I mean, God love him. We should get Ian Russo to open for us if we ever do.
We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down to,
he's been doing
literally.
Yeah, what's it called? Do not leave any comments that would tip your cards or anything. But go on YouTube. What's it called? Ian Russo has a new podcast.
Yeah, he
really
calls
bad.
himself Ian Ira Russo. Hang on, let me look it up because I think it's in the chat. Oh fuck! I wish we didn't. The Discord so quickly gets so spammed with like ridiculous. Oh wait, hang on, I'm almost there. I wish we didn't just spend so much time talking about fucking Dylan's girlfriend. It's called The Crescendo.
The Crescendo with Ian Ira
Crescendo
Russo.
with Ian Ira Russo. If you want, it's crazy. I didn't know 2 minutes could feel so long. Ian has somehow he's trimmed these. They're not stories. But he's trimmed these stories that he tells on this video podcast down. The episodes are like 2.5 minutes long, and it's like the meanderingest fucking 2 minutes I've ever had to sit through. It's and I can't stop watching.
Ian is a fascinating open mic loser. I love him.
Yeah,
like he's always reinventing himself. He has some new gimmick. I remember for a while he was doing one-liners off note cards, then he'd flick the card and throw it into the crowd.
So cool.
like he's Gambit or something.
He keeps changing how he spells his last name. Like if you see he's Ian Ira Russo, but Russo is spelled with an extra O in the beginning.
Weird. Like ROOSO?
It's ROUSSO. It used to be RUSSO. Like on Facebook he's RUSSO.
I bet I know that he's got to be, because I can't imagine him functioning in like a workplace of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be like parents' money.
Oh,
it would be funny if his dad is like famous and is like, "Son, I will support you until the day you die if you do not use the family name for anything you do."
That's fucking awesome.
Jerry Bruckheimer Jr., I love you, but we're going to need you to use a different name.
Oh, fuck.
He has he has this Medium article about doing 1,000 open mic sets in a year and everything that he learned. He learned nothing, but he thinks he learned some things. So
doing 1,000 man, yeah, to do 1,000 sets in a year, I can't. There's a time in my
I guarantee
life,
he did like 500 in 2020.
yeah, at least that many Zoom shows. I don't, there's a time in my life when like maybe I thought that like, oh yeah, 1,000 sets in a year, like that's something that's cool, that's awesome that you did that. But now I'm like, I cannot think for the life of me why anybody would want to do that.
No. Especially because he did the same 5 minutes all year.
Right, that's true. What is his fucking joke about the cell phone? Fuck. Whatever. We'll have him on. We'll just make him do it.
Yeah, we should have him on and just be like, hey, we hear you're doing a really good podcast. We just wanted to hook you up with like a promo opportunity.
Well, here's what we do.
I'll just be like, hey man, what's your fucking problem?
Well, no. Here's the only way that I feel like we need to give ourselves this. Like we have to have a safety eject button. We should be like, Ian, we saw that you do a short form podcast on YouTube. We also do a short podcast. It's 15 minutes long. We'd love for you to come on. Just get a 15-minute chunk. And then like, if it goes longer, it goes longer, but we have a hard out. We can be like, that's the format of the show. Don't look it up. Don't you dare listen to an episode of this podcast.
Yeah. Certainly don't listen to other episodes in which we discuss you.
Right. Yeah. And then we can come back after the break and be like, yeah, what do you guys think of that?
So sick.
Oh fuck! What time are we at? By the way?
We're at an hour 5.
Oh, can we? Do you care if we bounce?
That's fine.
Good. All right, nice.
Oh, did you want to tell that story about your computer getting taken away? I mean, we kind of.
No, I'll save it for another episode.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
See you guys.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio, showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me. I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.